because God gave him back the courage and the strength to be able to move on and to be able to come and get help when he needed it. And now he's able to accept things. And I asked him, I said, what's the scariest part about it all? And he said the scariest part is laying in that bed at night, not knowing if you're not going to wake up the next day. He said because there are people at the mission that have just gotten out of prison and stuff, and he said, I can't sleep there. He said, I very rarely sleep, and he's been there for 9 months. And he said it's gotten better now, but whenever he first came, he said he didn't sleep at all because he was always worried that someone would slit his throat in his sleep, because he said they're trained to kill and basically rob you of what you have. And he just said that it was a very scary thought having to be in that situation. And he went on and on about stuff like the place we were at tonight. He was there because in the respite care center because he had double pneumonia, which he contracted at the mission from a bunch of people that were infected with it, and he caught it there. And he actually died at a point for 30 seconds. And he said that he had never been so scared in his entire life because it was like the end of his life and he didn't really know what to do. And he said that through this month and through this whole process that he's realized so much and that he's learned to take so much more into perspective as to appreciating it and not taking stuff for granted because he knows it can be gone. And he told me, he said, no matter how bad you think you are, no matter how bad off you are or you think you are, you can always be worse off. And he said, and when I see someone who is worse off than me, that's when I think that I should be more appreciative because I have more than they do. And he said that he always wants to help other homeless people because it's just his nature and help people. And
What do you think about the fact that the National Rescue Mission requires them to go to 3 different spiritual services as part of their day-to-day routine?
I think that is incredibly awesome. I'm a Christian myself, so anything that involves that is amazing to me. And implementing God into their problems to help them solve their problems and to get over them, and having God just in their life in general, I think that helps them get through a lot of their problems just by having that. And it answers questions for them that I'm sure that they have as to why things happen to them and why this is happening and what's going to happen in the future. And I think that it gives them a sort of comfort to know that someone's looking after them, someone's there that they can talk to. And I think it's a great way to be together, like to have all of them together in one room for a spiritual devotion. You can't really have a lot of conflict there, so it's a peaceful setting that they can all just get together and share their feelings with a trained counselor, preacher, pastor. I'm not sure what they have, but and I'm sure he answers any questions that they might have as to what the Bible says about certain things, and it builds their relationship with God, so when they get out and are able to be on their own, they have something to stand on, foundation to build off of.